dance 4. These are getting a little bit harder now, so if you're a ballet dancer and you know steps, these are more for you. And if you don't know the steps, then go back and look at my separate ballet videos on how to do every ballet dance step series. I'm just going to do this once through, and the reason for this is the video would be far too long if I kept repeating. So therefore, I suggest that you watch as I do each step, pause the video, write it down, and maybe even draw yourself some pictures to help you along. So you will have a dance choreography little workbook. I'm going to begin with my right foot dégagé, devant, croise, crossed. You can do this en fondu, which means to bend the other leg, because we're now going to do a coupe over. So we're going to do dégagé, 1, coupe over, 2 and a. Dégagé side with left foot, attitude arms, 3, attitude arms. Some associations call this fourth, but fourth is this position, as when you do attitude, as in lifting the leg in an attitude, these are the arms. So this is when I say attitude arms. Make sure you can see into the palm of your hand. Close left foot and a releve, hold arms in fifth, 4. Arms to fifth. Again, look into the palm of your hands. You should be able to lift the chin and the width of your face between your fingers. 4. Croise round to face the left side. 5 and a 6. So we're now releve. 5 and a 6. Because remember, we're doing as many little beats of the feet in croise as possible within those counts. Turning croise facing the back, and 7 and a. Step back to face the back, classical pose, taking arms up to sides to a high V, 8. Classical pose, taking the arms up to high V. Classical pose is a little bit like a curtsy position, but without bending the supporting leg, just the toe placed behind. So I suggest you now go back and learn all that first part before continuing with the next part. So really get that piece before continuing, and even find some music and try with music all that piece, get it right before moving along. Also, you'll find you learn it and remember it better if you do that. Each arm down to the diagonal low with a push to a demi-second, looking with the head. Each arm down with the push to demi-second. Again, look at each arm as it comes down. So if you were in fifth or attitude, you could bring them through the front with a push. So that's 1 and 2 and switch turn, arms high V, step into the back, pointing behind, hold, keep toe pointed there, and twist. That is a switch turn. So it's 3, hold, 4. Arms third position, 2 posé tombe leve devant, but with 2 hops each time. Side hop, hop, side hop, hop. 5 and 6 and 5 and 6 and end with dégagé devant, as I've done. 7 with arms crossed down, taking them there slowly, and 8. Arms crossed down. Now Play all that part back again. Make sure you've got that. Go back then, start at the very beginning, do all part 1 and continue with this part 2. If you haven't got it, keep looking at your notes or replaying. Do not move on until you've got that part. I'm trying to make you a whole dance in one video, but if you don't get it all, then there'd be no point. So on to part 3. Hands on shoulder with one arm, count 1. Hand on the other shoulder, count 2. And as you do that, you're going to do 2 glissade changes. So when you go to the right, you put your hand on the right shoulder, and as you go to the left, you change arms on the other shoulder. Right hand on shoulder as you do the glissade to the right, and then as you do the glissade to the left, hand on other shoulder. That's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Slow retire sautes on arriere, presenting your arms 4 times. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Presenting arms. Again with head. End with rise up quickly. Run round or parade round, whichever you prefer. 1 and 2 and dégagé. Facing corner. 3 and grand battement lift, 4. On the grand battement, you could do one arm up and one arm out, which helps with the balance as well. Step through, lift, 5 and step through, lift, 6 and 2 waltz, 7 and 8 and. On the waltzes, I like to sway low, or one low and one high, or straight down for one waltz, up for the other, which makes a nice finish position, lifting the chin and eyes up to the highest fingers. Finish either kneeling or change your arms in that waltz position. So that's the final part. As I say, if you find this is too complicated, go back on dance 1, 2 or 3, which are much simpler, but these are now for the more advanced people who just want choreography for the ballet dances. If indeed you haven't managed this one, go back, look at the steps, how to do all the ballet steps, and slowly do this dance a little bit at a time until you've really got it. As I say, write down the dance and you can look back at your notes. But don't do this whole video in one go unless you're a more accomplished dancer. Work slowly on each piece. So let me know if this is too hard for you, too easy, so I know what level to do the next dance. I'm going to really mix them up. Some are for fun and some are for more choreography. So don't forget to add your comment below, and I'll see you next time. Until then, happy dancing.